dealing with ungratefulness and people that are with us in our lives, in our families and everywhere, at workplace. That is frustrating people. There's this guy, we are going to show you his video. He's been given a car by someone that lives overseas. This is a Ghanaian guy. And guess what the guy did with the car? Just listen to a short part of it and let's continue the program from here. All right, young man, speak.
I don't report you. So with the extra charge, I don't delete my account. It's that time I me turn a more both account, me my account back. Me who wants to know? Can't do it, man.
Now born a money situation happen.
We got your money because I'm born a money.
Okay.
Me born a money no. I can't say me ko pack can see na down for the chain. Me do na down for the chain. Me dig out to see na down for the cell. Name stay free in kasama me. Ne say na say me tie. Also okay on na kasa. Mama mama tell me fan ko na me twese aka ne man. So
he was something like an Uber driver called Bolt, and then he drove this guy's car for a while. He was not paying the money that he was meant to pay to the car owner or so forth.
That's right.
And so the guy, the owner of the car ordered him to go and drop the car with his friend because the owner lives
before that he was stealing from Bolt customers.
Oh yeah.
He would charge them extra, and then they deleted his account. So now in the process there was no money coming. To pay
for the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's listen to the story.
Yeah. So Nana into pay. To 1 month next store na me ntimi enye scan from papa no. To one am ko hu on papa na yesa na tell dia 1 month me scan na dia car no baje na ade. Na de machine na no. Mra contract no me ko e. Ene dia papa meka. Am so kida de mate. Te mu na me call maybe am me ho no. Am hu bra na me ni din komo. Se me share na car na e say na tie working pay na me de. Na emu no nko be do say nipa no so original car so dey adwuma aka ma no eno so na adwuma ade na me dey a ma me so sakoma no ti me share no ko betima aboa me say bia me to ama no anka o ma me sika na me dey akle ka no na store na papa ne sika na me twa ma no week no me ko so asene ama no no so
ti wadanfo ne ma osika na fa ko tua Mr. Free ka no na e ka na e 7,000 okay
inti me ko clear no
ono ma 7,000 ni bi
o di kama 7,000 man ne kan
now di ko
yeah
but I'm there
now let's listen to this
mama my name Mr. Fee and nko mon dey hono dey ti mo na ma ka dey say no can be any day I'm say bro me ta so di account na cha account so no e ho so ma issues e ho no ma so boarding ti me show ma America kra no so there be this canon so me dey majuma
okay so the issue here this guy ended up doing was this. He ended up selling the car the man gave him to use for Uber. Car na yes one for Uber no. He sold the car.
Yeah.
He didn't get permission from the car owner.
No.
And then he ran a catcher and so on car no was so a ton car no.
That's right.
Eddie Kopiska. Because he was doing I think what they call it, work and pay.
Yes.
So he sold the car to pay the guy. But the terrible part is, Osa Utiye story now, he used the guy's money trying to travel overseas.
Yeah, which is the owner's money.
The money he made from selling the car.
Selling the car. He used it to
And so why are people this ungrateful? Somebody met you. The build-up of the story was the guy from UK went to Ghana, saw a friend saying, oh, this is a good guy. He's lost his mom and dad. He needs a job. And I was trying to get him a car, but I don't have the means. The guy said, oh, all right, I have a car at home. And then he gave him the car. And this is the end. Now he has sold the guy's car. He's not been paying the money. And it's a whole mess. Now he's here in this studio asking for the man to forgive him. How ungrateful. And so, Pastor, now coming back to our own discussion. So,
yes.
Dealing with ungrateful people.
That's right.
What is your take on this?
Look,
and actually, who is an ungrateful person? And what has the experiences been? What is your take on stories like this? People that are trying to help people and then they end up being made to go down.
Okay. Thank you so much, viewers, and thank you for tuning into Coda TV. We appreciate you. I'm getting a lot of feedback from my moms, my uncles, and aunties. They said, "Hey, Kwakunono, you are on Coda TV.
That's right.
Talking."
Yeah.
We are born to talk.
That's right.
We're born to talk. Look, the question you asked, who is an ungrateful person?
Yeah.
From Adam to today,
yeah,
there are two types of people.
Tell me.
takers and givers.
Wow.
Look, everywhere you go in life on planet Earth,
yes,
there are people that are takers.
Yeah.
They will only take from you.
Exactly.
And there are people that are givers.
Yeah.
They will give, even to the point that, you see, in the Bible, there's so many scriptures.
Yeah.
The woman that went to give the offering, that Jesus stood there to look at it.
Yeah.
The Bible said that's all she had.
Exactly.
But there were rich people that gave, it didn't bother them.
Yeah.
The problem we have in this world are those hoggers, takers, selfish, me, myself, and I.
Okay.
Once those people become leaders in society, we have a problem.
Yeah.
And givers set up companies.
Okay.
They want to give. They want their ambition is to give to the world.
Yeah.
But then you have takers like this guy.
Okay.
Do you understand? He's a taker.
Everything should be about him.
Yes. This guy is not considerate.
Yes.
So because of this guy and many of these people like this, that's why people stop setting up business in Ghana. Yeah. I have a lot of friends that if they have money, they will never ever set up a business in Ghana.
Wow.
I have been burned, before. The problem in Africa, and I said this.
Also much ready.
Oh,
okay. The problem in Africa, you said this.
Is this. I've said it, people don't agree with me.
Okay.
Yeah? And we can debate it everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, the government officials are corrupt.
Okay, yeah.
But the most corrupted people are the citizens. Because look, let me give myself and this guy's story as a guinea pig, right?
Okay.
I set up what we call it Susu Bank.
Okay.
Small scale
banking.
Loan. Like they give loan to the people in the marketplace.
Yeah.
The government didn't collapse the business.
Oh, of course. They don't even know you.
They don't even know that I exist.
That's
in
right.
that little town in Kumasi.
Yes.
Asantehene doesn't even know me.
Yeah.
Nobody in government official or in her position know me.
Exactly.
Small business, because me and my uncle is a pastor, I'm a pastor. We said let's set up a charity just to help people.
Yeah.
The guy who collapsed the bank was just ordinary Ghanaian guy. That we call him manager. The moment we gave him the name manager, he managed everything. He managed to the ground.
Everything. Yeah.
So in Australia, here we are, it's the small businesses that employ people that keeps the economy going.
Yeah, that's exactly true. That's very true.
Governments are there to just set the laws, make sure taxes are doing. Yes, they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. The laws are not in the right shape. I understand. Yeah. Taxes are not used inappropriate. I understand. But if the citizens will be honest with each other, like this guy, will be honest with the owner, he will have a job. Do you understand?
Oh yeah, he did.
I can list businesses that from Australia that went to Ghana. They collapsed it.
Jesus.
People collapsed there. One of the timber company. The lady called the sister and said, sister, they said they don't hear timber. Diana, from Menya
Biama mo bebre. So
the sister said, what do you mean? He said, I work with this timber company. Lebanese guy owns it. And then my boss, everybody takes the timber from the backyard and go. The sister told her, you guys gonna collapse the company. Oh, don't worry, they have a lot of money. That's what we do. They have a lot of money. And then one day, the owner came and said, look, business are not going well. We're not making profit.
Yeah.
So I have to close down the business.
Then everyone will lose their jobs.
Everybody lost their job, including the sister who called the sister here. I was there in present, telling the story. The sister told, you're going to collapse the company. He said, hey, you are right. So the company, the boss closed the company.
Some in a situation like this, can you say it was ignorance or wickedness or greed, and or ingratitude.
All of the above.
Because
all of the above.
How can you be stealing from
all of the above.
The pot of soup with meat?
Yes.
How can you? We've decided to eat it tomorrow. Yeah,
that's right.
How can you, in the middle of the night, come and take all the meat for yourself and then still expect more meat tomorrow for everybody to eat?
Selfishness. Bible has made it clear.
You see, sir, these people like this and how ungrateful they are, I think it is affecting society too badly.
Yes.
Ungrateful people.
In Ghana. I've said
it. Everywhere. Everywhere.
No,
the reason why I'm saying everywhere is this.
Not in Australia.
In Australia, you can have people, yeah. I know a friend that has helped another friend to travel to Australia.
No. But they are not Australians. They are Ghanaians.
So I'm talking about the environment, not the people.
Ghanaians. Say, be specific.
Okay.
I know a Ghanaian friend that has helped another Ghanaian.
Yeah.
It's us.
Oh, really?
Somebody has brought his own older brother to this country. Did everything to the tooth. I went to the house. I say, hey, Unia, these are the problems here. One day, as if I was prophesying, you will turn against your own brother. Me, no.
Ebi sit
there. 6 months. Fiam.
6 months.
Telling the brother even he knows better. He's gonna do container. He's the one that's gonna show them he has come to abroad.
Come on, man.
Do you understand?
How can that be possible when you came to meet the person here?
No, because they have their own mindset.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like I said, if you're helping a taker, not a giver, somebody that is a giver is grateful. Okay. Even their language, shows gratitude. Do you understand? So anyone who has been found in the environment where they are givers, they show gratitude. They give. They give back appreciation. They give back, like, whatever you have done, the little you have done for them. But takers, I don't know how to say it in English.
They have
dogs humility.
Jerry John Rollins used to say, is it fan full respect or palm full?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be palm full respect, because in the army, you show your palm full and you salute. It doesn't mean you respect the person.
That's right.
So when somebody shows you palm full respect, it doesn't mean respect. It's just an obligation.
Yeah. So the moment they get what they want from you, or they get to the level where they're comfortable, they will tell you, even they will quote the Bible.
Come on.
They will quote the Bible.
They
Psalm 121. My help, all of my help coming from the Lord. Me can't be me, Papa.
Wow.
Jimmy and Kwalakasa.
What can I say?
Say, so I'm one me and Kenya me crabbe boame.
And I say, I didn't kasa.
And Kwalakasa.
The buka bakubi.
Jimmy Kasa. Because David quoted that scripture that when I lift up my eyes to the hill, where cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. So we think that every help that people offer us, we use that. That, if you didn't help me with it to give me this platform, God would have given me the platform. I will only say that when I become somebody.
Yeah, when you are fine.
When everybody is calling me in Sydney and say, hey, AJ, come on my radio. Come and talk
for an
about
interview.
This.
Yeah.
Come for interview. Now I am the guru of public speaking. But then I will forget who gave me the opportunity.
To shine.
Who gave me the platform. Who gave me water to drink. Who gave me a seat to sit down. Who actually helped me from the beginning. We forget. I've done it. I'm not saying that I haven't done it. I've done it before. But that's what Paul said. I want to quote it to you.
Wow.
You know, it's a childlike talk. And when we think like children, we talk like children. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, he talks about prophecy, gift, and all that. He says, prophecy will cease. There'll be a time that you'll be the sharpest. I was the sharpest, prophet and evangelist in Sydney. Back in the days in Living Word, all the youth were SIC, but now I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
So my time is past. Okay, time will tell. It says in 11, when I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. So most people don't reason.
Wow.
They don't think. Because when you begin to reason, even if I have done you wrong, you will think about the relationship we have had in the past. From Maryland, from Green Valley. Now you're going higher. You're moving into the rich area.
Oh yeah.
Austin Park. The next thing you are in Cecil Hills.
Oh yeah.
You're going Bella Vista.
Oh yeah.
But you will remember that Maryland, I was with you.
We met. Yes.
You will reason.
Yes, that's true.
He said, reason like a child. So the moment you don't reason like an adult, there's a problem. When I became a man, I put away all the childhood things behind me. So for now, we see all reflection as in the mirror. So every human being, you have to do reflection. I didn't do self-examination. I was talking out of my mouth rightly. When something, my dad put me in correction, and then we're talking. Now I've grounded my feet in Australia.
Now
I say, Dad, I say, Senka, wa mwame krampa, kenyankupon, ebe buame.
Listen, you're in a door bar, Richard.
Jimmy, that's where I was stupid and foolish.
Yes, now, Ghana, Nanyami way.
Nanyami wo.
Nada Nanyami and Totikita.
Nanyami de wo.
Or try my papa already.
No. Nyami wo, but I say, Kamikani say, said that me da was say, Nyami namoso. Abuame.
That's right.
Do you understand? I should have said it. That I thank God for your life because through you, God used you to help me. Yes, I had my own plan. Because the plan is that after school, we're going to do shoe shine in Lagos. And then from there, so through that process in my thinking, I know God will open the door.
Definitely. But
God had a different plan. Because I had my own plan.
Yes.
Do you understand? And I was going to follow that plan, push through. Because I know that the moment I'm doing shoe shine in Ghana, I'm making money. And then I heard that people go to Abidjan and go to Lagos and other places to do shoe shine, and then through there they can go to Europe. So I had a plan.
A plan in place.
Whether he liked it or not, I had a plan. So in my foolishness talk, I refer him to my plan. That even if he didn't help me, my plan, God
had a plan.
But I forgot to know that God used him to shortcut my long journey.
That's what I was going to say. That you see, the people of Israel were kept in captivity in the land of Egypt.
A journey that was taking them
11 days.
We spoke about that.
It took them 40 years. So you see, God can shorten your endurance period.
That's right.
Into a very short space. And sometimes, even if you did not allow God to do it in his way, your plan could have failed. Because it was going to be without the plan of God. Because anything God is in, he takes it through his path. And you fail on his path and you become a disobedient child. And God can let you be on your own. And then you will still not succeed. Until you go and spin in Egypt for another 400 years. Before you come back.
In Lagos or somewhere.
And you'll be stuck.
Abidjan, in the wilderness.
And until you come back to your senses to humble yourself, you'll still be in Abidjan.
That's right.
Spinning and learning in Egypt.
In Egypt. So what happened is that, but it's the faithfulness of God that sees your heart and say, okay, this is the plan of Emmanuel Kokweje. But I'm going to surprise him. By getting his father to speed his success.
His journey,
God used people. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this.
Tell us.
God will always use people. Why do I know that? Saul was blind on the way to Damascus. It's God who blinded Saul. Do you understand? Change his name to Paul. But God said to him, go to Jerusalem and see Ananias. He will pray for you.
A man.
A man that you receive your sight. Why didn't Jesus touch the eyes of Saul to be healed? So it means that
God needs men
everywhere that he does miracles.
And so Osofo, when you see people, ungrateful people like this, let's first look at what ungratefulness
Yes.
may have caused people generally, in your experience and from the information we read and know around, what do you think in ungratefulness has caused other people to lose? Ebia, Papa, your father brought you here. Based on these things you said, he said to himself, me.
I'm not going to bring anybody. Yeah, he did say that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said that. He said, if this is how you guys are becoming, this is it.
Then go and talk to God. to buy you Emirates ticket.
We blocked. See,
other
somebody, your attitude. I put it here. Your attitude will determine your gratitude.
Yeah.
So if you have a bad attitude, you will be an ungrateful person.
Wow.
Your attitude will determine the attitude you become.
Yeah.
If you have an ill attitude, you will block other people because you didn't show any gratitude. So nobody else will wish to do anyone good. That's the problem why we are not progressing in our community.
Wow.
The issue is that people are happy to help people. People are happy to take people in.
Yeah.
You got spare room, yeah, and give them a place to stay. But because of what the other guy did to you,
no more.
Because of that stranger that you invite them to your house did to you, now you are careful.
Yeah. Who you bring closer.
To
and
your
how
home.
much you help. There's this man in Ghana, Ohenema and Tim. He helped that blind guy.
That's right.
And then Oheneba has now created a certain philosophy saying that if you can, don't even help anybody again.
That's right.
But if you want to help them from afar. Don't bring them close to you.
Somebody
That's
said
what the Oheneba is now saying.
Yes.
He says, if you can, keep them wherever they are. Even if they live in the jungle, let them stay in the jungle.
Yes.
Send them food.
Yes.
Let them remain there, because when they come closer, they come to create more problems.
There's a wisdom in what one guy said and what I've read. He said that somebody is homeless on the roadside.
Yeah.
There is a reason why God has let them stay there as a homeless.
Okay.
The moment you try to change that person's situation, you become a problem. So leave them to be homeless.
Okay.
Yeah. But help them from afar. But what we do in Ghana, that kid that was on the roadside, you brought them home.
Yes.
And now he saw what you're doing, your movement, your wife, your kids, and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that all kids are the same.
Oh, of course. Come on.
Or the driver that is driving you now knows all your secrets.
Yeah.
All your phone calls that you're making at the back. Blackmail you with your wife. Oga, if you don't tell me this or do this for me, I'm going to tell your wife about that lady you sent to London.
Wow.
So send me to London. But that person was supposed to be on the roadside. Yeah. Now you have lifted them up. And now they become a problem for you. So in saying that, that's why we set up an NGO now. Like I got an NGO. Because even I have learned in life that some people, when you help them, because they're takers, they will never think of you.
So what is the language of the takers? What the ungrateful people? What are some of the things? Okay, let's first talk about how do you identify an ungrateful person before you commit yourself? What are some of the signs? Do you have any signs? Maybe I can add a few as well.
Yeah. Look, you will never see any sign because you are a giver. You will never, because
let me put these things across.
You're a blind person.
One thing in my experience I've noticed is this. Ungrateful people, if you want to check, watch out for these signs. They struggle to say thank you.
Okay.
So before you do the bigger thing, do smaller things for them. They will struggle to appreciate you in time when they need to mention that, and then you are mentioning your father's name. If you were an ungrateful person, you could have discussed this topic without mentioning your father.
Okay.
Ungrateful people, one of their major characters is they struggle to say thank you for small things, for big things. It doesn't matter what it is. Number two, they want to pay for everything with money.
Okay.
Trust me, start watching this. Every ungrateful person wants to pay for every service with money. Instead of saying, thank you, Pastor AJ, they would rather say, Pastor AJ, how much will you charge me for what you did for me?
Okay.
One major characteristic of them.
That one, okay,
look,
when you finish.
I'm telling you this. It's different from people that put value on services. It's different.
Okay.
That person that put value on your service, they will still appreciate you verbally and still offer monetary value to you.
Okay. So they don't even appreciate that.
Exactly. And you can see the way they say thank you is important to them than the money they give you.
Okay.
You can see. We read body expressions. But number two, they struggle to say thank you and they want to pay for everything with money.
Yeah.
That's number 2 character of them. Number 3 character, the third character, which is very important, is they hardly ask for help.
Okay.
Hardly will they ask you for help, because if you get to your turn, they won't help you.
Okay.
And most of them are very wicked.
Wow. Okay.
And so watch how 2 children play.
Yeah.
You will know the ungrateful ones.
Wow.
Watch how you send $1 to someone in Africa. How they speak.
That's right.
You will know how they will behave if you bring them overseas.
That's right.
There are a lot of signs that I've observed.
Some of them will not even have the courtesy to call you to say thank you, because in their view, the money was too small.
So that is it. So you are agreeing to some of the points I'm listing. And look, these are not just the only ones. They will not ask for help. And so this is why if you go in your own way to help them, they will tell you in future, God, God did it. And if you go in your own way to help them, one day you hear them saying somewhere, I didn't ask him to.
Yes.
So they don't ask for help.
Yeah.
But when you sit back as a giver,
and then
you will notice the challenge they are having. And then you willingly go in and help. So when you do, those are the very people. They are the reason why God says don't expect anything when you give anything, because they will never come back to you, and you'll be disappointed. You'll be frustrated. That's not, right.
Like, to me, for example, I always use myself as an example.
Yeah.
When I do you good,
you don't expect anything.
No, it's in my nature that I've decided I want to do good.
That's right.
I feel good doing good.
Exactly.
So my wife always, we're 2 different people. He said, be careful. That's all she always advised me. Be careful. I'm like, you know what? We have been here before.
Yeah.
But my father, again, Nana Usumensa Nyamin Shao, also had another thought of mine.
Yeah.
He said, even if I bring 10 of you, raise them in Australia, one person
can be grateful.
No, will remember.
Yeah.
So it goes to the parable of the 10 people that Jesus healed.
Yeah.
9. Look at the equation.
They are gone.
So out of every 10 people, there's only one
grateful person.
Multiply it.
Yeah.
In Jesus' time. And now I bebre. Phone swabe. WhatsApp abe. TV abe. Shoes abe. Versace. Masachi.
All the cheese.
On wordine. Yeah. Obetomano.
Yeah.
Jesus healed 10 people. Only one came back.
And you know one major character of those people?
Yes.
They look for fault.
Okay.
So, Unse, you made a statement that when you do whatever good for them,
yes,
they wouldn't care, but they will capitalize on one error.
Yeah, one error you do.
And rubbish all the goodness.
That's right. Somebody...
You see, like you were saying, it happened somewhere.
Like, it happens in relationship. Yeah. Like, I have life experience. Like, you're dating somebody.
Yeah.
Watch this. And you spend genuinely from your heart.
Yeah.
The day the girl wants to break up with you,
yeah,
it will remind you that, is it because you bought me A, B, C, D? Okay, take them
back.
Yeah, take them back.
I mean, you're free.
But then I was like, I will give it back to you. I was like, okay, bring it back to the state that it was.
It was when you took it.
Because I bought you the phone brand new.
Yeah.
So bring me a brand new phone. Let's talk now. Let's talk returning the goods.
Yeah.
And Pabuana washe amanarino mimpeno.
I want the same one, but in its original state.
Original state, you know.
Wow, that would be interesting.
So no, because like people forget, they don't reason.
Yeah.
That you did it out of love. But when there's an issue, people want to tell you, say, oh, you're behaving like this because of what you did for me.
But it's always not like that.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. We are a people, a nation, a people that cannot sit down and dialogue.
I said it last time.
Yeah.
They rather want friction before they depart.
Yeah. We cannot sit down and talk about it and say, okay, Oti, this and that and that and that what you did to me. Yeah. I'm not happy with it. Yeah. Or seek clarification. There was an issue
why is
where
this like that?
a guy here, I paid for your certificate. Yeah, I paid it 1,500. Paid
to study or what?
No, to get a more NDI's community service and all that. Paid.
That's to study. Yeah, that was a course.
Yeah, to get the certificate and work.
Okay.
All right. You done the course. Just a little issue. One of our senior pastor has sat down, done all that he can,
to resolve it.
No, to help this guy.
Okay.
And even paperwork and everything. He spent hours, Dr. Daniel.
Wow.
Spent hours to help paperwork. One little issue that even it was to sit down and get clarification.
Okay.
This guy just blew off.
Ooh.
Me, I didn't care. But Dr. Daniel,
he'll be affected. The effort
he put in.
And you see, sometimes it goes beyond the effort, because the person, Dr. Daniel, would love you first before he would commit that time to help you.
Midnight, he was on the case, because he's academician.
Yes, of course. He's busy. He's got stuff to fix on.
Trying to fix somebody to come and study here. Took his own time. Didn't charge you. Normally, you pay agents to help you. He did it for free. Little issue. Didn't even seek clarification. Didn't reason. Didn't sit down and say, oh, I heard this. What is your take on that?
Why did this happen?
Because it was three of us that knew what we were doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Me, the guy, and then Dr. Daniel.
Okay.
But he blew out.
Just like that.
Seeking
no clarification.
No.
No exit discussion.
We call him, he doesn't even pick up. And I'm like, wow. But I thank God that happened.
But this will be very heartbreaking. That's why I was bringing about our emotions, right?
Yes.
Somebody would love you enough before he will move in to help you.
Yes.
And so when you decide to just break that relationship in the process of him helping you out of love, you are not just terminating the help, you are not just disrespecting his time and effort he's giving to you, but you are affecting his personal emotions for you.
Yeah.
And that is very wicked.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? I think we take those things for granted as Africans. We don't want to seek the emotions and how people feel about things before we say or do certain things, right? So if we would put value on that, such a thing like what I'm talking about, you know that one, why did the pastor try to help me?
Yeah.
What has he seen, and what has been our discussions in the process? And then you realize that, okay, even if we cannot go ahead doing this thing we were doing, I have to honorably, respectfully, selfish people, again, I have to respectfully deal with the issue. And even if I will leave, I will gradually let them know what has happened, how unhappy I am, and find a way to break the relationship. But in the case where, Master, because the person, I don't know the person, but I will put the person in the category of the ungrateful people.
Yeah.
One, he doesn't value. Okay, it's good you agree with me. He doesn't value what you're doing. Number two, it feels like it was a job you are doing or something. Number three, he doesn't appreciate even the little effort you did to the point where you were. At least you said you've gotten a certificate already. And so you had a few things done. He could have appreciated those things.
Met him at the train station. I meet people at the train station. Don't know you from anywhere. I'm doing my charity work. Yeah. But that's to show you, say, these people was not.
So you even met him in the train station.
Train station.
Wow. He was not driving.
This thing, wow. I talk openly because it is to show that what you did for a person, then how they react to a certain issues. Even if I've done you wrong. Which
humanly you can do it.
I did it wrong. Okay. Maybe I told somebody about the connection we are doing.
Okay.
And then it came out.
Okay.
Come to me. See the side of my story. And then let me know what has happened. And all things being equal, being the mayor of Sydney, I got to know the issue. I'm like, come on.
Oh, so you didn't hear from him?
No.
He went telling other people around and then you got it.
Something blew up in the process.
Oh,
and
right.
then he's accusing me for that.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I let it out or something.
Okay.
But then I realized that, if that's the case, then I have the answer for you.
We should have come. We could have discussed further.
Because I know the person who took the thing
Information.
out.
Oh,
You know,
right. So,
so-
you were not even offered the opportunity.
He just shut us.
He didn't ask.
Stop the process.
This is what you've
Stop
done wrong.
everything. Shut us, like as if we don't matter.
Wow.
I was like, whoa. Okay.
Let it
This
be.
is the behavior of
Certain people.
So in what we are discussing is that people, I will never stop doing good.
Yeah.
No, never. But in the process of doing good,
Yeah.
if I offend you, Oti, come to me.
Yeah. Let me know.
Because the same person that is doing you good can do you bad.
Of course. The process. Look, let me also add this to what you just said. You see, in the process of doing good, some part of the process may not be rightly done.
Okay.
But the ultimate purpose is to do good.
That's right.
And so if you only focus on the process and you don't look far ahead to the conclusion, the actual product,
Yep.
you will be an ungrateful person and you will overreact. Because anybody that is trying to heal you of malaria growing up, that doctor will take a needle, metal piece, hold you, smile in love, and the process of healing you, he has to pinch it through your skin.
That's right.
That's not easy. And that part of the process is painful.
It's painful.
But after a week, you get up from your bed and you'll be happy. Yeah. And so somebody sometimes trying to get you food to eat might even say, oh, man, you have to also try to help yourself. That is a statement in the process.
That's right.
He didn't say it to hurt you, but then he said it. It's not nice.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that some things might happen in the process, which you may not be too happy about. But it's all about dialogue, maturity, then again, discussion.
Grow up like a man. Like,
Yeah.
just don't be a child.
Like bring it out when something
Bring
is
it out.
not right.
Don't be a child.
Because it may not be the way you think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, being grateful is that you think before you act.
Okay.
Think. I tell my kids, I say, no. Don't just do it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is this the right way to do things? Like, there was a caution that our youth leader, Mrs. Nkrumah, Juliana Nkrumah,
Yeah.
the caution that we were growing up is that how would Jesus react to this situation? That has been always at the back of my mind.
And you know, this man of God also has a concept about it. Reverend, I want to mention his name. Nkemsi.
Okay.
You know him.
Emmanuel,
Brother
Emmanuel Sekuma.
He calls it like Jesus.
Like Jesus, yeah.
He's got that like Jesus concept, and I think I
yeah.
did some of the designs
right,
for him.
yeah.
And it's the same thing. He says, whatever you do, ask yourself, is this how Jesus would have done it?
That's right.
You know, it's a great thing.
So,
Reverend Emmanuel, regards.
yeah,
wherever you
we
are.
greet you, my brother, my twin brother. That's my twin
it's
brother.
Amazing.
So people are stopping to sponsor their family members to come to abroad
Okay.
because of the one that came, the attitude they showed,
Okay.
the spirit in which they came in, because they have the mindset that I know better than you.
Okay.
You know, when you have people like that they think they know better than you, they obviously there's gonna be friction all the time. But even if I know better of how to transform this studio to another standard,
Into Channel 9, Channel 7 standard.
I should come to your level, understand
Why you
you're
got it
doing
like this.
what you're doing. Go through the process. When I was in NGO, this is a study that we do it. Yeah. So the people went to Nepal, or let's say Africa, Ghana, and then you know how we have the black chalkboard.
Yeah.
We write on it with the chalk.
Yeah.
So this American thought, this is
Outdated.
old school.
Yeah.
Remove it, and they put beautiful
Whiteboard
marker, and they gave them the whiteboard
The markers and everything.
and all that. So they took the chalk without consultation, and then they gave them markers. They ran out of the marker.
And
now
their problem comes.
the whiteboard is there. It's not being used.
Yeah.
And it's become a historian.
They will use charcoal now. to destroy the white boy.
So when we went into, like, again, process, find out, talk to the person. Why is this happening? What have I done wrong? Why are you going cold on me? Why are you, trying to do A, B, C, D? So once you do that, then we have a good relationship. Again, caution. Every person is good and every person is bad.
Exactly. I agree with you perfectly.
Every human being is good and equally bad.
Yes.
So don't think that the person who is bad is just bad. Don't write them off. I don't believe that. I will bring them in. This brother, we settled the matter. Now we talk again.
Good.
Do you understand?
That's
because to me, I'll find out. I will push you to the point that I didn't love you because I love you today and then leave you. No. Come. Let's reason together.
That's
see what the Bible
went on.
Bible tells us. Now we are fine. You understand?
That's good. That's really great.
Apologize here. I'm sorry. We move on. Now we talk. Okay. But some people will cut you off. Not everybody will have the patience like maybe I do
to tolerate those things.
They will cut you off. But I realized that no, he's still a brother. Maybe the process
was wrong,
or the way he did things was not the right way. That's why I can freely talk about it, because I don't have.
But you see, let me say this: you've realized that people like that, they always last extremely longer on shorter journeys.
Yes.
For instance, look at how far you guys went with whatever you guys were doing. How far you went. Even if you went 40% in, you only had 60% to finish. Or maybe you had gone 60%, you had only 40% to finish it. Damn. Now, based on his emotions or whatever, his reaction, how it be, personality, attitude and all that, he just went like that. That's it. So and that thing you guys started, he needs it. So he's going to go through the situation in a different way, starting from zero. And so if if it would take a year, now it's going to take 2 or 3 years. If he left a gap in between the break, then it means it might take another 5 years.
That's right.
So sometimes people that behave like that, they stay longer on simple things. And sometimes they never get to the destination.
If you have been there, my philosophy is that if you have been there and you take my hand, I'll get through the process quickly. Because now you have been to how to set up a studio in your home or garage or whatever. So if I want to set up a simple one in my office to do podcast of the AJ show or whatever, I'll consult you.
That's right.
The process that I have to go through from the scratch, you will be like, nah. You don't need that.
Don't waste your money on this.
You give me a free advice.
That's true.
Sometimes I pardon me if sometimes we go through the long process because of one, ignorance. Or pride. To come and say, Pastor AJ, I heard this and that. Please tell me your side of the story. And if I have done wrong, then I'll apologize. But we don't do that. We make a decision, cut you off. Oh, I'm not going to go to Coda TV anymore because of what he said to me at the funeral. Or how he called me. Does he think that I'm his little boy?
Then you start creating imaginary things and
I'm not even thinking. Maybe I just hey, Oti, come. You're not happy because every time I call you,
it didn't start with sir. It's
we imagine wrong imagination. Start thinking what is not there. Sometimes our mind goes to far away to somewhere that is not there. The issue is so small. We create a bigger issue. We like drama, like what you said last time, that Africans has the strength to fight more than to think. I'm beginning to believe that.
Our strength, that's where we put it.
To fight. More than to think.
You know what? Instead of using the energy to analyze situations and be bold, as a warrior, bold and say, Pastor AJ, we need to talk. That boldness, we can't use it in that way. Instead of saying we need to talk, it becomes more difficult for me to say we need to talk and discuss, you
whatever
said this
issue.
about me.
Yeah.
That confidence, that boldness. No, we rather just spend that energy in rather battling blows with you, the same person I could have called to sit with. You know what I mean? So it's strange, and that's why our politics is like that. That's why.
Our politics.
That's why. That's why it's like that.
So the issue.
One person will go to another radio station and then say verbally assaultive words against the president.
Yes.
Even though he has access to the president to sit down and say, "Nana, what's going on?
Let's sit down and talk."
Yes. It's like that.
But why? Why do we do that? Why do we not sit down and talk about issues and then go around the bush, go and tell?
Maybe one day we will go into it. It's about cowardice and things that have been entrenched in our DNA based on the slave trade.
Okay.
Because everyone used to report to the slave master.
Okay.
Our great grandpeople. Okay. So we've captured that in our DNA as if the first complainant is the best slave.
Wow.
Because he who reported to the slave master was given an offer. So the best reporter was the best slave.
And that's why we cut each other. So
we've taken that up to now.
Wow.
So 2 children in the house, they'll go and eat chicken, one will go and report to the dad.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay. That's
goes to school. Story. We will discuss deeper.
Okay. So ungratefulness is embedded in all of us.
Every human being.
But
some people have decided to keep it.
Yeah.
And
so
nurture it, to grow with it. When people are living this.
So what my advice to anybody that is listening to me is that become a giver.
Okay.
When you're a giver, you forgive easily.
Yeah.
So give and it shall be given back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. Think about issues.
Okay.
Don't just react.
Don't fight about issues.
One of my father's friend advised me something that changed my life.
What was it?
I was a very reactive person.
Okay.
Because of the way I grew up.
Yeah.
Fire
for fire.
Yes. Very reactive because I was a man that I think that because of what happened to my childhood, I struggle to make it by myself.
Yeah.
So I always think that, hey, who are you to tell me what to do and what not to do?
Okay.
Some of my characteristic of even decision making of business by myself is that, honestly,
you've always gone alone.
I want to be independent. So you telling me you're going to pay me $40 an hour, $50 an hour, or $100 an hour, and then run my life is challenging for me.
And give me a roster.
And it's challenging for me.
Yeah.
But he said to me that if anything happened in your home, your father accused you of doing A, B, C, D, don't just go straight away
to your father
and talk to your father. Sleep on it 3 days. Think about it. Wait. And then get all the anger out of you. And then call your dad and say, oh, damn, me pacho. Meet me wedding komo. See, you plead with your father.
Yeah. Why?
Or whoever has offended you.
Why?
Because you want them to come in a peaceful manner as well.
Okay.
So if I want you to listen, that's what is wisdom tells us. If we have a conflict and you know you have offended me and I know you have offended me or I have vice versa, but we don't know what the matter is. The moment I say, let's pray, it kills the anger. Because the prayer will let anything that is boiling inside of you
first in your mind settles some things to an extent. At least you know I come in peace.
That's right. So go in peace. And then don't go and attack your father either. Say, oh, dad, adi haka me and when you went in and me say, and leave it. Because nobody knows what's in your mind.
No, except you.
Except you. So me watching you doing that, I can interpret in different way. And that is what some parents do. And he used to do that. Since then, me and my father became best friends. My mom, stepmom, everybody. So I know how to deal with people now. So I
think it all started. I think we've gone very fast, and we're gonna finish the program very soon. But we've got so much to share with you viewers. But I think, in conclusion, from me, what you said tells me that you had the listening personality as well. Because
we have to learn it.
Another child like you to your father, and the thing happened, wouldn't have listened to the advice of your father's friend. Would have rather insulted him, because he's not reasoning. He's supporting your father because he's his friend. You supporting him, and it becomes a fight again. But I think we need to first accept our status in society.
Yes.
And know what expectations are there and what responsibilities are in every stage we are in, so that we can react to society properly.
Yeah.
Because if you know yourself as a child and you know that what does society expect of me as a child, and how do I approach my father as a child? How do I approach my father's friends as a child? My father's mother, wife, stepmother, whatever mother as a child. When you know your level in society as of now and the responsibilities and expectations in your level, you react better. You speak better. Even though when you get to your colleagues' age to age, they might say you are tough. But every adult will say, no, he's a good child. Why? Because one, you know your level. You are not fighting with levels, because there are some children that I know will tell you that, why do you say adults can never be guilty of issues? No. Even though he's older, he's a fool. Children will tell you that.
Yeah.
Right. And so in that case, you see a child that is fighting with societal stages, societal stages. So when that person does not, into the Bible, because when I was a child, I thought like a child. He knows the level he was a child.
That's right.
Now I am a youth. Now I am now a man. Now I am this. So he knows the stages of life and what is expected in. So he operates based on his levels.
Yeah.
I think that is what helped you to know that, okay, my father's friend is talking to me. Let me take that and go and apply with my father. And now it has made you a better person now that you are old.
So it's scripture that also helped me. It said, good. Parents, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Yeah. So I realized that, you see, even I want to give this caution. This discussion has two phases of interpretation. Somebody can listen to it. If they know you personally, they think you're talking about them.
Okay.
That's human interpretation.
And it's natural.
Instead of taking and say, oh, we're giving a general advice. Yeah. Somebody will pick maybe a statement I made. Yeah.
And just capitalize on that. Yeah. Ignoring all the good things.
Okay, so human beings always look for fault.
Yeah.
Every human being. But what I've learned that, slow down.
Okay.
To err is human. Every person that has intention, unless I come attack you, that's different.
Face to face to bring it on you. Then I'm ready for it.
I have a name here. You can see that this thing I'm talking is
Mr.
direct.
XYZ. I'm talking about you.
I'm talking about you.
Talking about venues
Listen
and
to
times.
me. Today is about you.
Yeah,
that is different. But when somebody make a general statement,
you are not the only person guilty of it.
Yeah. And as I said, my life is what I'm not being grateful.
Yeah.
But I have to learn to be a giver.
Yeah.
Instead of a taker.
That's true.
Because takers always think about themselves first.
Okay.
It's also scriptured.
Yeah.
Do not have selfish ambition.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like Jesus, Philippians chapter 2.
Yeah.
But rather, look for the interests of others.
Yeah.
More than yourself.
Yeah.
So we all come from, so even God knows that everybody think about themselves, even in the plane.
So we have to encourage
us. They encourage us to put on your mask first. Yeah. Before, you see, society is training us, build yourself, do this, me. But then, how do we show gratitude? How do we become grateful when somebody has offered you water? Somebody has offered you a place to stay. Somebody has offered you a drink or a food to eat. Pause. They say stop,
reflect,
stop, revive and survive.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop, revive and survive.
Yeah.
So in anything in life, when somebody does you good, stop, rethink, you will survive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciation to our viewers and our listeners. What have we got to share with them today? Just to say thank you to everybody that has been listening to us. We've got a lot of great things. We've had so much feedback.
Yeah.
And also, we've seen many things that people are commenting on us, and we also know Pay Angel is there supporting us. And so, yes, if you've been watching us, remember to use our promo codes. You can use Coder TV, KODER TV, or you can use. Can you mention your promo code?
ANJ.
Simple.
AJ.
Just AJ. Yeah. You can use AJ, or you can use Coder TV.
Yeah, and people have been doing it. Coder TV.
Yeah.
We wanna look, if you get the podcast from here, use Coder TV.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are using my one on my channel.
Yeah,
But we want to support Coder TV, so use Coder TV promo code. And Pay Angel is amazing. They're raising the bar, like it's amazing. To
some feedback.
Yes,
I did my first transfer just last Friday.
Yep.
With Pay Angel.
That's right.
And I thought it was weekend, so it might,
delay.
First time XYZ and on. But hey,
it went straight through.
It was exactly what Brother Lamte said.
That's right.
The owner of Pay Angel, exactly as he said. And we are bringing you some updates.
Yeah.
And you know what? There are some countries that are not in the Pay Angel structure that are approaching me that we should find a way to tell them to add them.
Okay. I know Sierra Leone people have been.
Oh, yeah, they are on my case, man.
Yeah. Sierra Leone,
they are on my case.
Watch out, we're coming. Sierra Leone is coming. Liberia and the rest. And also, I got this information that I want to give it out there. If you're looking for a loan, home loan, car loan, business loan, whatever loan that you're looking for, please give me a call on my number 0433 997137. Any kind of loan. Once you need money. So when you sika, so the koto dine, or the koto car, or the koto fee, if you no one dine, or the koto business, and a chino, refi. Whatever loan you need, please give me a call. Another thing that somebody told me that I should announce it. If you have issue with your immigration papers,
okay,
whatever level it is,
even
if they have said no to you, call me. There is a way. If you're also looking for immigration help, krata frame. Yeah?
And they were coding Hebrew. What kind of Hebrew? Hebrew near. You can contact us, and then I'll get Pastor AJ's number. If you have
any immigration matters, give us a call. We are here to help. I know some people in the.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There is one guy one great lawyer that has also made me aware. We'll be discussing a lot of useful tips for you. If you are a refugee, and you are in Australia, and you need to fix your papers up, please.
That's right. That's immigration matter.
Yes, it's part of it, and then we will work together and make sure
we help you out.
We will get some people. We will refer you to the right people. We don't do it. I don't do anything like that. We don't know how to do those
but
things.
We know people that behind us that be able to sort it out for you.
Yes.
So whatever the state is, please call us. There is nothing that is impossible.
Nothing the Lord cannot do.
There is
Nigeria
nothing.
People say what God cannot do does not exist.
So get ready. It's not them. They said that. It's in the Bible.
It's a biblical thing.
What God cannot do does not exist. They just amplify it this year.
That's right.
And then people are preaching about it. So we know that with God, all things are possible. But above all, with Pastor AJ connection, all things can be done.
That's right. So thank you so much, viewers. Thank you, Pastor AJ. We really appreciate you. Please don't forget to share the program, subscribe to the channel, and remember, we've been doing all this because of you. So yeah, if it was for you, then keep it up and see you next time. God bless you.